No more of this. And no more of this. Ah, son of a mother. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today, I've got a solution for the irritating, rough Toyota Tacoma tailgate cover insert. This thing right here. If you've got one and you've ever kneeled on it or tried to sit a drink or a tool or anything else on there, then you know it's pretty much useless. It is horrible on the knees, I gotta say that. Today we've got an insert, and this is a customizable or customized insert from Snail Armor. We're gonna unbox this, we're gonna put it on. It's pretty simple. There are 16 Torx bit screws all along the edge. You just pop those out, put the new insert in, and you're gonna have a surface that you can actually use to sit stuff in and not destroy your knees when you're getting in and out of the bed. Okay, got it all cut open. This is going to be my first time seeing it as well. I did pull the directions out of the top. They were sticking up there, so I just pulled them out. You can see it does come with installation instructions, a couple of stickers. By the way, there is a discount code. There's a link below. You can click that link and save 10% on this, and you get free shipping. You can also use discount code RobMotive if you just go to the site. So let's go ahead, pop this open. I know what it's supposed to look like. Oh yeah, check that out. One thing I love about this is it's customizable. You know, you don't have some other company's logo only on it. Now they do have their logo on it, but you can also put your own touch to it. I think that is really cool. Check that out. Nice powder coated finish, nice and flat. And more importantly, no more knee-busting grooves in here. Now, we're going to go ahead, get it installed on the truck. You can see what it looks like. Next. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove this nasty, irritating panel from the Tacoma. One thing I do want to mention, it does come with some hardware as well as a Torx bit socket or end to go ahead and take out these screws. Now, what we're going to do, the 8 that are across the top, we're going to be reusing. So you want to make sure you save those. The others, and I believe there are 8 more that go across the bottom, those we're going to be replacing with the sinkable or countersink screws that were provided. Now, to take these off, of course you can do it by hand. I'm going to use an impact driver, just makes it quicker. One note, when you put the new one on, make sure you hand tighten it down. You don't want to really crank the heck out of it. There's plastic underneath here that holds these screws in. You don't want to strip those out. So let's go ahead and get these off. And they are not in there very tightly, I can tell you that. All right, those are the 8 that we're going to reuse. Now I'll go ahead and remove the others. Just that simple. Now, to pull this panel out, notice on the lip up here, it slides underneath. So obviously when you put the new one on, you want to make sure you slide it underneath here. Same as what the OEM was. To pull this off, it's pretty simple. Just lift up and pull. That's it. What are we going to do with this? I really don't know. Okay, now time to sit the new one on. Orientation wise, you can see the 8 non-countersunk slots across the top. Those go at the top. The countersunk holes are the ones that are going to go down here that we're going to use the new screws for. So again, you want to make sure you slip it underneath the lip of the top panel, if you will. Pretty simple, just lift up on it and stick it under there. That's about it. Now, according to the instructions, you're supposed to put screws in the 4 corners first. You want to do that so that you can get it proper in there. Looks to me like it's going to basically fit no matter what I do. So I'm going to go ahead, get the screws in across the top and the bottom. Okay, I've got all 4 corners in. It really lines up almost by itself. It's almost like you could just look at it and it puts itself on. Well, not that easy. But anyway, it lines up really well. I've got a couple other screws started. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the screws in, and then we'll take a look at the finished product. And I've got a few reasons for you as to why this is better than the competitors out there. All right, got it all done, have all the screws in. Again, when you're tightening those screws down, be careful, don't over tighten. They just go into nylon or plastic inserts, so once they get snug, that's it, that's how they go. Let's take a look at it. I love it. I think I like this logo even better than the last one that I did. Pretty cool, love the finish. Again, it is powder coated. Little bit of detail for you. It is cut from a 5052 aluminum. It weighs 9.7 pounds, and it is black powder coated with my own logo in it, and then of course the Snail Armor branding over here. I love it. Now, let's talk about some of the reasons to go with this one versus the other ones. It is the flattest mount that you can get. It doesn't warp, it doesn't curve, it is flat. And because of that, it gives you a flat work surface to work on. You know, you're not gonna sit your drink on there anymore and have it go flying across the room or tip over, across the bed rather, or tip over or anything else. You can sit your stuff on there and it's gonna stay. Has a little bit of texturing too, so it gives you a little bit of grip, although just beware, if it's raining or wet or icy, of course it's gonna be slippery, just like the bed. Next up, it gives you a table that you can actually cook on or eat on. I mean, you could pull a chair up to that if you wanted to, sit down there, use it as your table, or just stand up. And if you're out there roughing it in the wilderness, you probably don't need a chair to sit on to eat anyway, do you? It won't melt like some of the other brands out there that are made out of that plastic material. I mean, sit a hot pan on something that's made out of plastic. It's not going to look very pretty when you're done, and you might not be able to get your pan off of there. Now, let's talk about one of the big pushes for the other brands out there, food grade quality. I mean, let's be honest here. Are you really going to chop up your vegetables and your steak on your insert that's been subjected to bird droppings, insects, maybe manure if you live on a farm, mulch, dirt, grime? And are you really going to whip out some sort of disinfectant cleaner? I thought you were camping. You're going to whip out some disinfectant cleaner to clean that all off? Who's going to do that? Plus, that's more stuff to carry, right? And have you ever seen what one of these looks like over time? I don't know if you can see. Look at all the scratches and stuff in there. I mean, you're going to go out and spend the money on one of those other brands, and then after you use it as the cutting board or food preparation surface that they claim, it's going to look like that. And all these grooves and things that are in it, if you're worried about dirt and grime and bacteria, it's going to get in there. You're not going to get that out. And what's worse than having some kind of salmonella or food poisoning while you're out camping? Nobody wants that. Instead, get a nice flat panel that you can set things on and buy a cheapo one of these that you'll replace. You can cut your stuff on this, clean it, and then replace it when it gets all scratched up like that. You're not going to do that with some of the other brands that are out there. It just doesn't make sense economically. Lastly, you can customize this the way that you want it. Make it your own. I love that. They can do many, many different designs. All you have to do is email them over there and ask them if they can do what you want. Certainly you can come up with something. I mean, look at the detail in this. It is awesome. Once again, there is a link down below. You can click that link, use discount code RobMotive for 10% off, and you get free shipping. What's stopping you? This is too cool. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Mod Driven, all about the Honda Civic, and RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.